Hi everyone, welcome to Di's Den, and I'm Diane. So I would like to show you how I made this card. Now this card is a 3D card. It stands up like so. You write on the back here. Now this one I actually did with Velcro dots, and it lays flat to go into a 7x5 envelope. This one, which is the one I'm going to show you with, because it's up to you whether you want to do dots or a paper clip. So I'm going to do a paper clip today just because it's quick and easier. But this is the card we will be making that looks very similar to this. Oh, excuse me. It's a 7x5. It lays flat. So, and it's definitely not bulky to go into an envelope to send to somebody that needs a bit of whatever. They're really quite easy. I did see this done in a lot of my mum's things that I've been going through, and because my mum's now gotten into a nursing home and she can't see very well at all now. She's quite blind, so I just thought it would be nice to do this card for my mum's sake. So this is called a cross card, and I will show you how I made it. So let's pop them on one side. Now I'm going to be using this set. This is retired. I know it's retired. Been retired for a couple of years now. And it was a Christmas set, believe it or not, because it's got Christmas written on here. But I just thought I liked the words peace on earth and peace, joy and love, which I'm going to use. The other one I used this dove, but this time I'm going to use this one. I've already stamped and cut him out because he came with dies. So, and I also cut this sprig out here too. So I just thought that the words on here were just perfect for what I wanted. So let's pop that on one side and show you what you need, which is not a real lot of anything. Okay, so there's my sprigs and my bird. Oops. Who's covered in green pieces. Let's move them out of the way. And this is all the bits you'll need. Okay, so you're going to need a piece of card that measures 7 by 5 inches, 7 inches by 5 inches. Then you're going to need a piece that measures 6 3/4 by 1 1/4, and another piece that measures 4 3/4 by 1 1/4. You're also going to need a piece of designer series paper that measures 4.5 by 1 inch, and two other pieces, one that measures 3 7/8 by 1 inch and 1 3/8 by 1 inch. For my saying on the top, this will depend on what size you're having on the top, but mine is a piece that measures 2 inches by 1 1/4 inches. And then for my writing panel on the back, it's 4 3/4 by 1 1/4 inches. You also need either a paper clip or some small Velcro dots. Well, I'm not going to use Velcro dots on this one, so I'm just going to put the paper clip on, but I will show you that one again when we get that far. Okay, so that's all we need for this card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually do my little bit of stamping first. So as I say, I already stamped this bird and cut him out, so we don't need to worry about that. Now I'm going to stamp in Sahara sand because I want it to be just subtle, not too over the top and powering. And that is the same colour as this piece here. So I've done my piece on earth, and I'm going to put the peace, love and joy in the middle here on the back. Oops, leave that for a minute. So what I'm going to do next is I'm actually going to round the corners on this piece here, because I actually want it nice and round on the front. Oh, excuse me. Froggy. Oh, dearie me, that's not really very good, is it? You know what? I'm going to get another piece of card and I'm going to recut that piece. So let me go and get another piece of card and we'll recut that. Oh. Now I believe that bit's the same size, so look look at that, it's definitely the same size. So let's stamp that one, and we will recut this one. How dare you mess up on me like that? Oh, come on. That's better. That's better. So I'm going to just round the edges of this one with my sponge. I'm going to sponge around the edges just to take that stark white look off. I'm going to do the same on this one here on the writing panel. Because this is a really quick and easy card, that's why I thought I'd do the stamping first. And we can then just see how easy this whole thing goes together. Okay, so that's that done. So that's those done, as I said just then. So let's pop them on the one side along with our other pieces, small pieces, and we will work on our pieces 7 by 5 now. So we need our scoreboard, and the scoring is a little bit strange, but we'll show you how it's done. It's so easy. This card is just one of those really easy cards. So on the long side, which is the 7-inch side, with our ball, which is the small end one, we're going to score this at 1.5 inches. And we're also going to score this at 3 inches. Okay, so now we're going to turn it onto the short side with the small piece, the 1.5 inch side at the top. And we're going to score this at 1 3/4 inches, just down to that first score line. And we're going to do it again at the 3 1/4 inches, just down to that score line. Okay, so we have these two score lines at the top. Now we're going to turn it 180 degrees, and we're going to score this at 1/2 inch down to that other score line, which is the second one, or the first one on this side. We're going to score it at 1 3/4 inches down to that score line. We're going to score it again at 3 1/4 inches down to that score line, and once more at 4.5. So we have 2 score lines at the top and 4 down the bottom here. So when it's up the correct way, which is this way up, you've got your 2 score lines this way, 2 down to the top bit, and then I just find it easier than trying to measure through to turn it all the way around. But if you want to measure all the way through and score, that's fine, but I just rather turn it around. So we have 1/2 inch, a 1 3/4, 3 1/4, and 4.5 inch scores. Okay, that's all our scoring done. So let's bring my chair in a tiny bit more. And what we're going to do now is we're actually going to cut away these 2 pieces here on the top. So where you've got the 2 score lines, we're going to cut down and cut that away on that score line, like so. And we're going to do the same on the other side here. Cut down to that line, that score, and cut right across. Okay, then we're going to turn it around. Well, we're not going to turn it around, we're going to put it on the side, and we're going to cut to the second score line. So we're going to cut up this score line to the second score line, like so. And we're going to turn it around, and we're going to do the same on the other side. We're going to cut up that score line to the second score line, and that's all the cutting we're going to do. These 2 bits are scrap. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do our folding and burnishing on this bottom piece. So where the 1/2 inch and the 1 3/4 inches and the 3 1/4 and 4.5 inch side, there are where we're going to fold. We're not folding anywhere else at all. That's it. That's all the scoring we are doing. Folding we are doing, rather, sorry. So this then, as I say, you can either put your Velcro dots on, or in this case I'm just going to use a paper clip to to hold it so it stands up, and it stands up beautifully. So we're going to now do the rest of our card. So we're going to lay it flat, and we're going to pop our saying on the back. So we're going to put our writing panel on the back across the cross. That makes sense. This will make a lovely Holy Communion card, you know, someone that's getting christened, or you know, all those Holy Communion things. And I'm not really up with all of that stuff, I'm sorry to say. It's one of those things for me. It will make a lovely Easter card. I know it's late for Easter now, but it could be made as an Easter card, a sympathy card. So we can then turn it back over so we've got our front on, and we're going to pop our piece down the middle here, and then our other piece is going to go across the top like this. Now if you're short on card, you can always cut it so that you've got the same amount on each side and take out 1 1/4 inches out of the middle. But I just want the extra strength there so that it stands nice and doesn't droop. You don't want to, who wants a droopy card? I mean, I'm not one for drooping cards. I like a card that stands up properly. So, okay, so now I've got that on there. I'm then going to pop on my middle one, which is my 4 1/2 inch one across the middle here, like so. Because of, what side do I want? I think I want the light side for sure. Yep, my card had both on it. Because once again, this was some paper from about 5 years ago, believe it or not, and I still had a little bit of it left, so I thought I would use it up. I can't keep buying all the new papers and not using all the old ones. So here we go. We're using some of the old things, and I think that's great, because I'm sure a lot of you people out there are in the same boat as me. You have actually got old products. Now, because I've put that like that, I have buttered that up against that edge there, so that I know that it is even on the 4 sides, like so. And then I'm going to do the same on the other one. If you've got 12 by 12 and you want to put the piece right through the middle, that's fine. That piece would be 6 1/2 by 1 inch. But as I was using 6 by 6 card, I decided to cut it so that I had this edging around there, like so. So that's our card. It's just a matter of actually decorating it now. So I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of this. I'm not going to put many because of it's not that wide and this is wider. Oh, come on, get on there, nice and neat, that's better. And then I have my dove, which I'm going to pop in the middle here. So let's pop some bits on him. I don't think I've got any small ones here. Oh, no. So we're going to have to cut a piece off the edge. Oops, that's still a bit too big. Let's cut that in half again. To go up his wing here. And I might just put another one in there, just so that it's not drooping. I don't like my things that sit on the front of my card to droop. So I'm going to pop that on there. Now, whatever you do, make sure that you don't stick anything that will stick past this score line here. It can stick out past that score line, but not glue onto that score line. Oops. Like I'm going to glue that one there, I think. Oh, come here. Come out of there. He's stuck onto him. Or do I pop it up? I might pop one across the top here like this. Yep, that's what I'll do. I'm going to stick one across the top there. Come here. And because that hasn't stuck real well there just yet, that can come up. Get across there. Come on. There we go. You can stick down there nicely. Underneath that. Oh, he's not going to stick there now, is he? There's no glue left. There we go. There we go, that bit, and I will pop the other one. Can I lift him up, or should I just pop him down like so? I think I might pop him down like this. Okay, so that's my card there. I have got some embellishments here. I've got these beautiful iridescent rhinestones, and I'm going to pop the little ones in where these open area, excuse me, these little areas are. So I'm going to pop these little ones in this section here. On all of them. And I'll turn him around and I'll do these ones up here as well, so that they all match. One, and I can just see that one, so I will do that one so that it matches. Okay, so that is my card. I'm going to pop a couple of these bigger ones on here. That's my card for today. It's a very quick one today, as you can see. If you're putting the Velcro dots on, you pop them on this section. On the inside of that one, on the outside of that one, or whichever way you turn it in. There's no right or wrong, which is the one that goes over the top. So let me pop my paper clip on there. Oh, come on, paper clip, get on there. Oh my goodness, I'm having really trouble here, aren't I? So there's my paper clip. Just pop that on there. If you're putting a paper clip on there, I would actually probably put a little note in so that the person that gets it knows to put a paper clip. If you get putting the little Velcros on here, they will work it out. I'm sure they will work it out. Even if they go, oh my goodness, what do I do with this? When they put it up, they will see that that goes together like so. So these are my cards. Thank you, Mum, for having this in your stash, the directions in your stash. Mum's directions were a little bit hazy, so I had to, you know, try and work out what measurements. She had some, my mum has got dreadful writing, so I really had to scribble through it and see. So this is my version of it. I hope you've liked this. If you would like the written tutorial for this, head down to Di's Den from Stamping, Crafting and Tutorials. You'll find the link down the bottom here. You will find the written tutorial. It is written in imperial and metric measurements, And please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, leave me a message, let me know what you think of this card, and I will see you again next time. Bye for now.